This is Karl Monger, the Executive Director of Gallant Few and the host of The New American Veteran. You are listening to the final part of a 5-part interview with Master Sergeant Retired Patrick Kilpatrick. Listen as he tells the story of his transition from military service to his civilian life. Patrick, I appreciate you being on the New American Veteran and sharing your story. I mean, especially, I know there are men and women out there right now that are still on active duty that are going through some of the things that you went through, and they're trying to resolve it themselves. And I mean, you've given pretty good testimony that that's not the way to do it. You got to reach out for help and you got to ask for help. And just out of curiosity, if somebody has an alcohol problem, and it could be somebody that's serving in the regiment, could be somebody just out in the regular Army, but I'm wondering, since you're so recently out, what's the mindset on the inside? If a soldier were to go up to their platoon sergeant or their first sergeant or their company commander and say, I got a problem with alcohol, I need to get some help. Is there an atmosphere that, okay, let's go get you the treatment that you need? Or is it a, well, hell, we just don't need you here anymore, let's get rid of you?
So I'm going to say the initial part of my experience was phenomenal. I said I needed help, and I got the help that I needed instantly. I was being checked up on, and that was, that was great for me. I also went in there knowing that I had a problem. Now, when I was leaving, some things came to light, and I kind of saw that. I saw that mentality that you're talking about, that stigma that comes along with asking for help. I'm an alcoholic, and I know that. I said I needed help because, one, I needed help. I didn't really give a shit how I looked at that point in time. I think I stopped caring about how I looked. But there are many people out there that may care and worry about what their peers around them would think. I tell you that some things came to light when I came out, and I know that stigma is alive and well. Right? That you abused alcohol, so you're somehow less of a ranger than I am, or saying that you needed help is somehow something that can be used against you negatively in any way, shape, or form, whether it's punitive, unpunitive, whatever. And I tell you that the stigma is alive and well. I can tell you that there was two rangers when I was in group counseling sessions after the inpatient program that had minor alcohol-related incidences, were in command referred into ASAP, and then were actually pulled out of ASAP because they had training events to go to. And I think that mentality right there is what needs to change big time. And again, I am not talking down on alcohol, and I am definitely not talking down on those that enjoy a drink. Damn, I remember. I mean, I wish I could, and maybe I could, go have a drink now, have a couple beers with some buddies, but I know where that path would lead me. I don't want to go back there. I got more help than I could have ever asked for from the Ranger Regiment throughout my process, but I know damn well that mentality and that stigma is alive and well, not only in the Ranger Regiment, but in the Army. And it's something that needs to be broke.
And I think one of the things that helps with that is when senior NCOs like you say, hey, I had this issue and I got help and it was a good thing, I think that message can help others follow that same path. And I see the spectrum, and it's not just in the Ranger Regiment, it's prevalent in other parts of the military as well, where if somebody is having post-traumatic stress or they're having extreme physical pain and they don't want to go to their chain of command and talk about it because of the fear of the stigma of you're less of a soldier, you can't be here anymore, you've got to go away. That thing, like you said, is alive and well. But I think the more people that talk about it, the more they realize that, just like if you're on a jump and you twist your ankle on landing, you have to go through some sort of a physical rehabilitation because you injured your ankle. But that doesn't mean that you're less of a soldier or less of a ranger because you injured your ankle. I mean, that can happen to anybody. Natural reaction to bending your ankle the wrong way. In a lot of ways, the physical pain, the post-traumatic stress symptoms that come on, those also are an injury. It's a different kind of an injury, but it's an injury nonetheless. And with the right kind of therapy, with the right kind of, you think about physical therapy for your ankle, maybe it's emotional therapy or soul therapy or whatever it is that you want to call it. but it's a therapy that can help that part of you that's damaged heal. And then you can go on and be better, stronger, faster, able to accomplish the mission going forward. And that's not an easy thing to do, because I know from having been there that when that rocket ship is riding, you don't want to take time to move people in and off the ship. I mean, you got to go because you're on a mission and you got to get there. So, hey, I sure appreciate you being on New American Veteran again. It's an honor to talk to you. Glad we got connected through your transition process. And when I get out to California, I'm going to come look you up. We'll go get a cup of coffee.
Sounds like a plan, Karl. Look forward to it. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, Patrick, thank you. You take care.
All right, Karl.